Welcome back to SnowRunner. Today we're going to be exploring Black River. Now, I know I've had quite a few comments on the video saying we should be exploring a bit more, finding upgrades for our trucks, and trying to find out more of the map, rather than just doing the jobs that we have around. So that's today's plan. Whether this works, I don't know. So we're going to take the Chevrolet CK1500 and we're going to go off and find a few areas we need to have a look at. This first one, as we're marking up our route now, is the Watchtower that we haven't been to yet. I think that's a good one to go and have a look at. We've got another Watchtower over here as well, and we have an upgrade which could be useful. If we have time today, I am thinking of the final Watchtower, but it's going to depend on how long it takes us to do these other things as well. So we're going to use, as I say, the Chevrolet CK1500. Plotted a route. I think we can get there in one piece, but we'll wait and see. Massive thank you to everyone that has commented on the SnowRunner videos. It's really appreciated, all the hints and tips and things. I'm trying to do all different things at different times, so if I haven't done what you've suggested just yet, bear with me and I'm sure we'll get to it at some point. But I kind of agree with the exploring. I think it is important for us to have a look around more so than we have already. I kind of just wanted to get into it and get into the swing of driving and the jobs and getting stuck and failing. We definitely did that. So we're going to try a different tack today. The Chevrolet CK1500 is our scout vehicle. Pretty good truck. We have done an upgrade. So we've put on the SnowRunner gearbox we found in a previous episode. The gearbox is customised for better off-road performance. You do lose gear count, top speed and fuel efficiency, but you get 3 low gear stages. As you can see by the bottom right corner of the screen, the low gear now has an up and a down bit. Hopefully, if we ever get stuck in some mud, that will come in handy. I think a lot of the upgrades are worth putting on, as so far as what I've found. They are there to be used and hopefully make our vehicles better. But I'm not sure if we'll put everything on every time we find it. I think it's going to depend on how we get on with the truck or the vehicle we're currently using, more so than anything else. But we're making progress to where we're heading. This route we've done no end of times. This is how we get back to the bridge, so fairly simple route. Not too bad on the mud. The vehicle's handling it pretty well. But we are at a marker point, and that, I believe, is a new task. So we have picked up tasks as we've gone along, and I thought we'd found most of the ones along here, but for some reason I haven't. So this is a new one. So we'll pick this up and have a look at what it is. We won't necessarily do it, but we'll have a look at what it is anyway. The Place Beyond the Spruces. Okay, sounds a bit interesting. Every time we find one of these, we want to accept it, we want to add it to our list of things to do, and then as we're passing, we can always then just get it done. Let's have a look on the map where it is. Ah, that's annoying. So we previously went up that kind of area to get a Watchtower, but there's also a task. So we may get to that today, depending what happens. It may be something we can look at doing. I know we're heading towards the other end of the map at this point. It's near the garage, you never know. It could be something we could look at. And a new trailer. They are hiding these trailers everywhere. So a new fuel carrier trailer. I'm sure that'll be becoming useful as we go along. You guys have been telling me about trailers as well and selling them. We haven't sold one as of yet, but I'm sure we will at some point. Money wise, we're not really spending much, so there's not many reasons to make money or take or sell things to make more money. But also the trailers, some of them are useful, some of them are just around the map doing nothing now because we've used them previously, or what they had on board we've used previously. So we'll probably get around to selling some at some point in the future. Okay, this doesn't look like a very safe route. So the road is here. I'm assuming them tracks we can see is the road, but it's all underwater. This will be interesting to say the least. These are all cut down trees by the looks of things. Yeah. Low gears may come in useful here. This may be when we get to test out this new gearbox. Okay. Trying to switch between the low gear as much as possible to keep us moving. I think the whole thing is keep moving forward. The problem is these branches are stopping us. Maybe we use the branches to put us along. Maybe a better idea. Let's find one that we can attach. There we go. Will it pull us along? It didn't pull us over the one we're stuck on. Yeah, there we go. So we need to kind of ride over these branches as much as possible. I think using the winch to get through here is probably our best option. But this is going to take some time, I'm pretty sure. Now, we were stuck in this mud and water for a good 10-15 minutes as we slowly winched our way forwards very slowly and quietly. We finally got to a muddy patch and managed to slowly rock the car forward as well. We're going to skip ahead to us just getting out of here. It is daytime now. Time has moved on, but it's taken us quite a while just to get this far. Okay, we're finally out. That has taken a very long time. Rocking the car back and forwards, just trying to change between the two low gears, and finally we've made it up the bank. I can't believe it's even daytime now. That's how long it's taken us. But we're out. We're through. I don't think it's quite over. There's still more water. This is just to get to a watchtower as well. And this is the best vehicle for this. I don't think any of our other vehicles would make this journey. So if this car gets stuck, then nothing else stands a chance as it stands. But so far we're okay. Now we're out of that mud and mess, we're okay. I think the branches didn't really help. They were kind of stopping us as we were moving. And I did find the best way of moving in mud is to just keep moving forward. Even if it's ever so slightly, moving the steering wheel left and right, rocking the car. That definitely seemed to work. It may be a very slow progress, but it does work. So I'm getting used to these little tips and things that maybe will help us going forward. I'm sure this won't be the only time we ever get stuck in the mud. SnowRunner, after all, we're going to get stuck a lot. That's the whole point. It's just how you deal with that situation and get out. But we are aiming to get to this watchtower. And the Chevrolet is still moving. That's the important thing. We haven't given up. We've got a decent amount of fuel-ish. We've used just over half a tank. And we haven't really travelled that far with that half a tank either. So I'm a little bit concerned about fuel. On the way to the next watchtower after this one, there is a fuel station. So as long as we can get there without running out, we're okay. So that's kind of the aim. But first of all, let's get this watchtower just out of here. If we stay off the wet mud to our left, we should be okay. This bit's a bit firmer. We're not sinking in as badly as the other bit to our left. Although it is still tough going. It isn't quick. We're in low gear just to help us here. And all-wheel drive as well, to be fair. We've been in all-wheel drive the whole way. Now we've got more water to pass though. This is the bit I don't really want to get into, but we haven't got a choice to get to where we want to. There is a tree to our left. I'm not sure if we can hook onto that if we need to, but we do need to make sure we're close to something we can hook onto in case we get stuck in the water again. Luckily it's not too deep. It's not deep enough that we're getting the warning about our engine. And we are slowly inching it forward. I think we've made it. I think we haven't got stuck in the water actually. I'm surprised. I honestly thought we'd get stuck in the water again. No, I think we've done it. Yeah. Come on. Final bit. We are out. We've done it. Perfect. And here is the watchtower. We have achieved something we set out to achieve today. Let's launch. With the launch of the watchtower, new things are now showing up on the map. I think drowned highway truck. That's interesting. So, just below us here, we've got the drowned highway truck. Highway truck says something that's good on the road, not so good off-road would be my guess. And over here we've got a drowned scout truck. Now that could be interesting. Scout would say something to explore with, so pretty good off-road. Okay, that might be something we need to look at in the future. Obviously we don't want to leave the map, and this is what we discussed in the comments in fact. We don't want to leave the map until we've fully explored, obtained everything. That means every job done, everything found, and all the upgrades collected. So that's kind of in my head my plan. I do know some of the missions are telling us to go to places that aren't on this map, so I'm assuming we can follow this map through to, I think it's the dam, I think is one of them, that isn't on this map. So I'm assuming they link in some way, and we'll probably have some long journeys ahead with some of those. But my plan is we're not leaving back for Alaska until we're fully done with Black River and Michigan. That's kind of my plan. That may change depending on circumstances and missions and things, but that's kind of where I'm at the minute. I've had a few people tell me you should go to Alaska and there's a really good truck that'll make Michigan really easy. I don't have interest in easy. I like a challenge, and I'm persistent to the point that I want to fail to get us better, if that makes sense. I want us to struggle like we are now. Talking about struggling as we're struggling in the mud. But I want that because it's the only way of learning. So to find like an overpowered truck now would probably ruin the experience. So I've got no interest in that. I don't want to be gaining a truck from somewhere else in the future to come back and redo stuff and do stuff we haven't done here. I want to make sure we're using the vehicles we have at our disposal for that map. Yes, we'll probably take vehicles to us to Alaska, but that's something we need to look at when we get to Alaska. We're a long way off, I think, yet. But we'll get there. I'm quite happy to put a lot of hours into this as we go, which means a lot of episodes for you guys. Yes, we're probably behind a lot of people. I get that, but I'm enjoying it, and I think that's the important thing. I hope you guys are too. By your comments, I'm guessing you are. So long may that continue. But if you think we should be focusing on something else, do let me know in the comments, and I'm sure we can talk about it and decide from there. But back to me getting stuck again right now. We're trying to get to the road, the main road, to get away from this watchtower we've now done. This tree is bending an awful lot, but it is working. I'm hoping that we don't need to use this muddy track ever again, but there is a drowned vehicle here, so we may have to. But I probably won't be using this truck to pull that vehicle out, will be my guess. But when we get to it, we'll figure that one out. So, we've got to keep making our way. We're not far away. My concern right now is fuel. Fuel is low. And yes, because I spoke about earlier changing the gearbox, we lost some fuel efficiency. I wasn't worried about it when I changed the gearbox, and now I'm worried. Because struggling in the mud and the water, we have used a lot of fuel up. Now I'm hoping once we get to the road turn all-wheel drive off, the fuel efficiency will go back up, because currently it's not looking good. But until we get to the road, we've got no choice. I don't want to run out of fuel. It means going all the way back to the garage, which isn't ideal considering there's things I want to get done, and that's another whole journey back this way, although we wouldn't get stuck probably this time. But we're so close to the road, we can just about see it in the distance there. The fog of the morning is there to kind of reduce visibility, I suppose. We are getting there. A bit firmer ground. We managed to avoid the puddles as much as possible, and we are nearly there. Come on, last little bit onto the road. I say a road. It's not perfect road, but it's a road nonetheless that we won't probably get us stuck on. Come on, last little bit. Come on, Chevrolet. You've done really well. Don't get stuck now. Come on. Come on. I probably turned the all-wheel drive a little bit early. I think that probably affected it, to be fair. Right, we are on the main road. And since we've been on the main road before, you've seen us do this main road. It's the main point towards the bridge and then the bridge to the town. What we're going to do is listen to some music as we make our way to the fuel station, unless we run out of fuel. Then we'll be seeing you a little bit quicker. That wasn't a bad journey at all, really, to be fair. We made it to the petrol station. We got here with 7 litres of fuel remaining. So although this gearbox is meant to be better for when you get stuck, and I think today has proven its worth more than once, my concern is obviously fuel efficiency is bad. But we'll see how we go. So from here we're going to head up this winding track. Then we're going to take a left before taking a right and heading up here for the upgrade. Just go, no, that's not the way I want to move that. I didn't quite do what I wanted to do. There we go, that'll do. So we're going to go and grab that upgrade first, and then after that we've got the Watchtower further along that track. But we're going to go for the upgrade first, as it's the closest thing to us. We're fully fueled, the Chevrolet is ready to go. I'm hoping this goes a little bit better than the water section we just did. But we shall see. So, we are heading up here, I believe. I don't think we've been up any of this bit now. If we had done, we would have got the upgrade and would have done the Watchtower. So we haven't been up here before, so this is new territory. To be honest, most of the map is new territory to us. So it's not like we've been many places as of yet. But we are slowly making progress. I think every now and then I think we need to do an episode like this where we just go and explore. I think it is important. This route is not going to be fun. The climbing is quite steep. But yeah, so I think occasionally we need to do these exploration episodes where we do go off and find watchtowers and upgrades and things. I think that's going to be important to keep progressing forward, as you guys have suggested as well. Right, we're at the point where we need to turn left, so let's head this way. These slopes are getting steeper and steeper. We're really going to see how the Chevrolet deals with these, really. That's a tight rock face. Can we squeeze through that gap? That looks really tight for us. Can we get through that? Whoa, we're sliding. We're okay. Yeah, we made it. I was surprised. I didn't think we was going to fit through there. If we'd been in any other truck, I don't know if we would have made that, to be fair. Okay, we keep going forward. It's a little bit muddy. The rain is coming down, but we're okay. The Chevrolet seems to be handling everything as it should. So let's keep moving forward. I'm a little bit concerned about the sliding, but that's just the road conditions more than anything else, I think. So we're looking for the next right-hand turn to take us up. So I believe that's here. And then we just need to follow this route up here. And we should obtain the upgrade. Let's keep going. That marker's slightly out of place, but we're okay. There is a track to follow, and that's kind of what I'm trying to keep an eye on, is where the track is. But the sliding around is not helping. And the steepness doesn't really fill me with confidence. But there we are. We're there. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I'm really worried about this, but actually that wasn't too bad. So, upgrade is ours. A bit more forward. Yeah. Now it's ours. And it is raised suspension for the Chevrolet. Available for the current truck. Oh, okay. So the only vehicle this upgrade can be used on is the Chevrolet we're using now. And we can raise the suspension. I think we've done that previously on one of the other trucks. And it's meant to be better for off-road. My thinking would be you'd be more bouncy, but I'm not sure. That's something we'll have to have a look at maybe. Okay, so we're going to head along this track and head to this watchtower, as it's another one we haven't done. And then we'll see what time is left after that. Maybe go and do the Place Beyond the Spruces, or we head north again and do the other watchtower. We'll see. Let's focus on the one watchtower at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So, pretty simple. We need to turn around. There's not much reversing space here, or turning space I should say. And that is okay. I'm a little bit worried about the height and the angles for turning. I think we're okay. Slowly, yeah, okay, we're good. It's okay. I wasn't worried, honest. So let's keep going on the track. We know this track. It's all good. Follow this down to the junction we just got to a minute ago. A little bit of a slide there as we take a bit too much speed down the slope. We're going to right-hand turn here, and then we just need to follow this track. There's a lot of rocks. No, that was bad. I slid. Engine stalled. Can I get the engine going again? Can. Okay, the engine's going, so that means we can still winch. I kind of took it too tight. I shouldn't have been on the grass. Should have just stayed on the actual road bit, or the track, I should say, rather than road. And if I had stayed on the track, I wouldn't have slid. But we've managed to right ourselves. We're okay. That was a worry though. I thought I'd really messed up, because if you roll over, your winch doesn't work unless you buy a certain winch. We won't have a working winch if we lose the engine. No, sliding. Keep power. No. I tried to power out of it and couldn't. This is not good. Engine stalled. I need it just to rest enough. Yes, engine's going. Okay. Oh, I think we just got lucky for the second time. The engine is still going, so now we need to winch this back onto its wheels. We're kind of stuck against a tree, which isn't helpful. I kind of need to go backwards, I think. If we go backwards, I'm hoping the slope will put us back on our wheels. I tried to power out the slide and it didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Wheels are stuck on the tree though, I think that's the issue. Come on, keep winching back. It's going over. I might need to win. I need to be away from the trees to a point that I can winch to a tree on our left to get us to turn. I think that's kind of my kind of only way out of this. I'm amazed the engine's still going. I really am. Okay, we need to winch. Yeah, maybe from the front. That's not working. Nearly. We nearly turned over. Don't. Oh, it's rocking. I'm really worried. No. Engine stalled. It didn't rock the way I wanted it to. It went the other way. I've been told about this other winch, and maybe I should have installed it. I think scout vehicles it makes sense for, doesn't it? Can I do anything? No. Okay. We've recovered the truck. It didn't go to plan. It gives us a chance to add the new suspension, but it wasn't what I wanted to happen at this point. We failed to get to the Watchtower, frustratingly. But there we go. So the new suspension we gained, we'll take that now. That's annoying. I'm now going to re-plan. That's miles away. And just confirmation, the SnowRunner gearbox we've had on since the start of this episode. Okay, let's have a look at where we should be heading now then, I think. So my plan is... Do you know what? Let's cancel our original plan. Let's go for this task that's in the Spruces. We'll head there and get that done as we finish off for today. I think that's the plan. We have done this starting route before, so I think I'll meet you guys at the start of the trail going up. And here we are. We have just made it all the way along from the garage as we start the trail going up. So if you're looking at this and saying, well, we've been there before, we have. We were here for a Watchtower previously. So I'm trying to get some enthusiasm back after failing miserably when I should have made that fairly simply. Just a miscommunication. No, I messed up. I shouldn't have gone on the grass. Should have stayed on the track. Less speed, more, precise control, maybe. So yeah, we've been up here before. We gained the Watchtower, but now we picked up this mission, the Place Beyond the Spruces, earlier on today. It makes sense. We're at the garage because we had to recover the truck. Apologies for that. That's me knocking my phone. We had to recover the truck. Completely lost my train of thought. We had to recover the truck, and then we were already here. So it made sense then to do this instead of going all the way back to that Watchtower. So we'll have to go for that Watchtower another time. But we are still going to achieve some things today. We've already achieved the Watchtower. We've already achieved an upgrade, and now we're going to achieve a mission. I think it's a side mission / task. I'm not really sure what you call these, to be fair. But we're in the Chevrolet still. We've put the race suspension on, and so far, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I don't know what it is, and maybe this track is a little bit easier to handle than the one we were just on. Are we gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna be careful where we go here. I don't really want to cross. Do you know what? Can we skip the pathway? I'm sliding. Don't do it again. I'm gonna skip the path and try going a little bit more off-road here. Kind of want to test out the suspension, although I'm getting stuck between two trees. My plan may have been a failure already. But we're okay. We're okay. We probably should have stuck to the path, but I kind of wanted to see what this was really like. So the race suspension, it's less slidey, admittedly. I think I was a bit worried the race suspension would make us bounce more, to be fair. But I'm actually finding it a little bit easier to control. And that may sound really weird, but it does seem that way. So this is the Watchtower we'd previously achieved. We don't need to activate that a second time. And now we're heading more uphill past the Watchtower for this mission. But yeah, it does feel easier to control. I didn't think it would be. I was a bit concerned we'd bounce more. I'm going off track again, aren't I? But instead, it just seems more under control. We'll see. We've made mistakes before with the Chevrolet. Let's hope we don't do it again. This is very steep. This can't be the track, surely. Let's keep going forward. It is the track. You can see it. I think this is the track. Yeah, it is. That is very steep. So I'm trying to take it a bit more carefully this time. Obviously, we've had our issue earlier, so we're going to try and avoid having that issue again. which means can't slide on these little crests like this. Just making it through. At least the rocks are quite wide to get through there. There we go. We're okay. The Chevrolet is really holding its own. I think if any mistakes are made with the Chevrolet, it's not the vehicle, it's me. I will take full responsibility. It's definitely not the vehicle. It's my lack of driving skill, I think we'll call it. I think that's why I'm going to have it at this point. I'll take full responsibility. Okay. Where are we going? It's to our left. Okay, we're going off-road because the track doesn't seem to go there. So I need to find a route up. There's grass to our left with trees which could help winch us if we need to. Just got to be careful with this turn here. I don't want to turn the vehicle over again on a hill. It's so easy to get the car to roll if we're not careful here. So we need to be very careful. If we winch, in theory that should help us not roll, I think. I'm hoping. It could also help us drive up this hill, but this is not an easy thing to get to. I thought this would be really simple for us to get to. But obviously it's a little bit out of the way. And after rolling once today and messing things up, I'm kind of wary about doing it a second time. Okay. We've managed to put the winch quite high up. That should help, hopefully, on this left-hand side. I don't want to go too far left, though. So, let's keep moving. We're getting that off the winch. I think, don't roll now. If we roll down that hill now, that would be the end of us and not be good. Come on. We're so close. Turn right. Turn. This is not doing what I want to do. Come on. Turn. Turn. Oh, this is so weird. That's a drop on the edge there, and I'm worried if we go too far left we're going to drop down. I need to reverse ever so slightly. Come on, got to turn to the right. Keep moving a little bit more. Come on, slowly, slowly. We're there, we did it. There we go. That is the Place Beyond the Spruces complete. We have achieved something today. I was really annoyed when we rolled earlier, and I was ready to say that's the episode done. But I wanted to end on something good, something completed, and that's exactly what we've done. So thank you very much for watching. Today we've managed to achieve one of the Watchtowers, an upgrade for the Chevrolet, and a mission, the Place Beyond the Spruces. I think that's a job well done for today. Next episode, we're going to be planning our next route, our next delivery job. And I can't really say what I've got in mind just yet, because I don't even know myself. We'll have a look next time. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon for more SnowRunner.